Welcome to the podcast. Today we will deep dive into the ever-evolving world of artificial intelligence. Kriti Agarwal, with my three other panelists, Aryan, Puneet, and Shivangi. So we all together will explore the latest AI trends, breakthroughs, and their impacts on our life. So whether you are a tech enthusiast, a curious mind, or just a person trying to understand or keep up with the rapid pace of the technological change, you are in the right place. So join us to unravel the fascinating world developing or shaping our AI-driven future. So talking about what AI is, so AI popularly known as artificial intelligence. So basically, AI is just a computer program programmed to work as a human so that it could make the processes easier for the human. But there are certain disruptions that are happening in the world of AI or in our world that is impacting our lives, to be very honest, a lot, because there are a lot of climatical change. Because there's a report from the World Health Report which says that artificial intelligence is having more carbon emissions as compared to cars. So I think it's interesting fact which should be considered. So Puneet, I'll move forward to you. So anything else you would like to add on?
So first of all, what AI is like, it is a GPT, which is called a general purpose technology, and it is not a first time that GPTs come into the if you talk about in our past, there were many GPTs like century old. There were two GPTs in 100th century, and previously we have around 20 GPTs. Like in around 14 years, we had one GPT, and in this century we already got two GPTs. Like first is the nanotechnology, and now this is AI. So why GPTs are very important? Because they creates job with destroying other jobs. Like you have to improve your skills, you have to adopt with the new technology. So if you want to be in the market, if you want to be successful in the business, you have to adopt GPT. And if we talk about AI, it is a very important tool right now. Like chat GPT, if we talk about, it is a kind of AI. So if you know, there are many kinds of people like enablers, users. So first of all, if we talk about the enablers, they are kind of people like scientists and all innovators basically. So first they innovate these kinds of technologies, and the second comes the early users, which who are these are the people who take the advantage of this kind of technologies. Like for example, if we talk about like Netflix and Blockbuster. So Blockbuster usually sell in the movies, in the DVDs and all. They didn't adopt internet properly, so Netflix took the market. Netflix take the huge lead. And like for second example, we can talk about Amazon. By selling books online on internet, they took the lead. So these kinds of things happen in business on a regular basis. Many people goes out of business, many workers goes out of business, and who adopt the technology, they sustain for a longer period. So if you talk about early adopter, these kinds of people, and early majority. So here comes like users like us, because like we have started using chat gpt, but there are still many people who didn't use chat gpt right now for their business, for their basic things. So these kinds of people gets more advantage, and if they can connect these kinds of thing in their regular work, they can make most of their things. So Aaron, what do you think about all this AI thing?
I think the demand of AI is continuously rising, and it's going into all the sectors of working. Like the companies, big companies like Microsoft, Google, also they are using AI as a technology and advancement. They are taking advancement in their businesses. So AI, how AI helps these companies? I just want to focus on that. The the marketing cloud of AI is by which the companies directly reaches to their customers by artificial intelligence. They doesn't need to go by person to person. It's the artificial intelligence, the chatbots. They can easily directly connect to those. Also the banking and the finance sector is also using, they auto detects the threats, and the mainly the chatbots they are using. So that's increasing the demand of AI these days. I would like to transfer to Shivangi. What do you think about this?
So I would like to start with a line or a question. We say that just like calculator don't replace mathematician, so
Right.
that AI won't replace human. So I would like to took forward this conversation where Puneet and so is it the first time that the world came up with the general purpose technology? No, it is not. We have been it has been there over the last 5 centuries, I guess, as Puneet also said. And in today's 21st century, we have been almost 2 to 3 GPTs in the form of AI nanotechnology. So we have mainly these two AIs in this century. So let me explain how it is that whenever a GPT comes, it destroy many jobs and create as well. So it is up to us that how we adapt these jobs. Take an example of steam engine. If we say invented in early 18th century, before that textile was in cottage industry where spinning wheels and handlooms were used. But after the invention of steam engine, a drastic change came up. So, for example, let me give you an example that how that a spinner could produce roughly 100 meters of yarn per hour, where a steam engine could produce 10,000 meters of yarn per hour. So, at the place of steam engine, which needs 100 workers to produce 10,000 meter of yarn per hour, where two workers to produce the same amount of yarn with the help of steam engine. So it is interesting to understand that how steam engine didn't kill job, but led to a massive boom in cottage industries and transportation in Britain. And Britain has emerged a world power, as we all know. So all the reason that Britain could produce 13 million pounds per year and could get to more than 1 billion pounds per year. This is the reason. So we can say that they don't kill jobs or they but came up with the people shift of the nature of the jobs, we can say, where the workers had to transition from traditional manual jobs to the job with new skills. So this is the same with the AI. According to the report of the World Economic Forum, IBM said that they have stopped hiring for the jobs which AI could do. Also in May 2023, 80,000 of jobs have been lost due to AI. So AI can replace those jobs, entry level jobs, we can say. For example, customer service job. They can detect that how the interaction takes place with the customer from the past interactions records. What extent it is still a big question. Also, the jobs they can also help in hiring, screening effectively, so that the which helps companies to speed up their hiring process. So
Yeah,
I would like to
yes.
yes, yes. So, Kriti, would you like to add something?
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing that I was saying was, you correctly mentioned that, a lot of jobs are, getting hampered because of the AI, right? So what particularly you guys think is that one particular job is going to, not get affected by AI, or one particular job that is, totally going to get affected? So for me, I feel content writing is one such job that you won't require as such a particular content writer to, go and write for you. A human touch, of course, is required, as Shivangi or Puneet correctly mentioned, that human touch is very important. But again, I feel content writing is something that AI will disrupt completely.
Yeah,
So
right.
now my question is that, what do you think is one particular job that is not going to get hampered by AI?
I think the jobs which need human skills, for example, human resources or the leadership position, which need how to manage humans or emotional intelligence, high level of
Right. Every
emotional intelligence.
C-suite executive level. Also, I feel influencers will get a lot of power as AI has come. So a lot of push will be there, a lot of information, because as we're using ChatGPT is all about getting information or having information. So network of information is being given to them. So I feel
Right, right.
Pandora's box is being opened for influencers through AI. So anything
There
else
are
you
there
guys
are
would like to add?
many facts and figures that the influencers can get from ChatGPT. Even ChatGPT gives
Correct.
trending hashtags also, so that is also beneficial for them. And you can even get ideas from ChatGPT. So it is really beneficial for the influencers also.
As you
Yeah.
mentioned, talking about influencers, I would like to say this, social media, there are many kinds of things are also happening because of AI, like fake news and all. Because of AI, they
Right.
made pictures which looks real, really real. So this may kind of, propaganda, used by many parties, and also these kinds of things have to be controlled by the government, because,
Right.
there is not a proper policies which are made by the government right now, because this thing is kind of new for the government as well.
But
So yeah.
I
So
was saying that, as you mentioned, that government is not doing anything, but I feel there's the European Union and OECD are doing. They're having certain framework in place in order to help or regulate or basically regulate AI and how AI is going to work. As for example, I read recently that China is also inculcating certain laws and rules, but it's domestic for them. But yes, they are doing, and I feel soon there are going to be things that will help cover all these things, because there is a loss of transparency. Accountability is not going to be there. For example, in medical industry, we talk about AI is there. In medical industry, AI is there. AI is basically everywhere now. So
everywhere.
talking specifically about medical industry, so when robots are treating a patient, so there are a lot of chances that error might happen. So who will be accountable for that? So for that, we need proper policy in place, and I feel European Union and OECD is doing a great job in that. And I feel India will also, be doing certain things that will
Uh,
regulate all these things.
India should do that, because as the
Right.
advancement in technology comes, there are many frauds that happen, and the misuse of the information also is there. So
Information
it
is
is very
very important. The
necessary for
privacy is
India.
not
Right,
there.
right.
yeah.
For at domestic level, India should make some policies regarding the transparency and the usage of information.
Yes. And
That's
I
it.
would like to also mention that why we can also add AI in the education as well. Like,
Yes, very
with the
much.
help of AI,
Right.
we can customize our studies according to ourselves, what the need,
Right,
because, majorly we study the things that we don't require to study. So AI can also, enable these kinds of things,
right.
and as well as, help the professors and all by, connecting with the students properly, knowing their habits, how they study and all. So these kinds of things, I guess, AI can also do in studying, helping in
Very true.
schools and
Yes, I
colleges.
agree. I agree with Puneet that that most of the education institutes still lying on the very old folks method
Yeah,
of studying.
British
So they
have
can connect with the dots.
education.
Yes, so they can connect the dots so that they can relate more with the students and helping them to learn the basic concept with the help of AI. So yes, this we can also do in education with the help of artificial intelligence. You
That
can
it's
say.
very helpful in learning. So recently, I was reading about a book, and I wanted to know the summary of that book, and just typed on ChatGPT what's the summary of that book, and I got a long summary and with key points. So that's very beneficial for the students also, and for learning purposes.
Right.
So
So
basically, the
to
crux
all
is
your knowledge, I recently read one of the article which said that Kerala has one school, AI school, that it came up to news recently. So there was this inculcation that is happening all the in the education sector as well, not just in terms of ChatGPT, but also Kerala has AI school. So
Yes.
how what all we discussed, they are doing that. So yeah, Shivangi was saying something.
yes, I was saying that the crux is that we need to know that how to use this in a constructive way. So that's for the rules and regulation which government has to come up. So till the time we don't know that how to use it in the productive way, in the constructive way, it works as both destructive and constructive as well.
Constructive.
So the need of the art that how to use it, how to take it forward. So this
Hmm.
is what I wanted to say.
And especially in B
But
school,
I
because
think all
uh,
boils down to privacy.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying that it is
Yeah,
important
yeah,
in
please.
B school more, because eventually the students of B school, they have to either they work in a company or they go for their own business, and if they want to survive in this harsh competitive environment, they have to adopt AI, because
Right.
every time we see whoever the first one adopt the AI, they got successful in all over world, not their just their reason, all over the world. So yeah, AI
In
is
business school, I think it is a need of the hour that the student should have to made to learn that how to use AI to take their careers forward. So this is the need of the hour.
Yes.
Puneet, you are rightly said that yes.
there was
No
even
schools.
one data. There
Yes,
was even one data, regarding the economy, where shows that in 1990 the world economy is 3 point, yeah, 2 point something trillion, and 2015 we crossed 100 trillion mark just because of these GPTs like AI and all. So this is like,
But
government.
GPT itself is in laws. I don't know. I don't completely agree with what you guys are saying. That it is. I'm not in the favor that it is complete. It's like need of the hour, because again I'll be on this. I'll second this point that it is very important that there is a human touch. Otherwise, because take it medical industry for the matter, right? You cannot have robots treat you. There are certain things that you can let AI do, but there are certain things, and I feel majority of things you can't let AI
No,
do.
no, no, yes,
So
yes.
that I won't completely agree with. I know there are reports that you
No,
recently that you correctly
yeah, yeah.
mentioned.
And it has to go, hands to hand with the human
hands.
and the machine, because
Yeah, hand in hand they
yeah,
have to be there, but
We cannot
yeah, yeah.
totally rely on AI. We
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
totally rely
There
on
might be
AI.
a time when they, try to replace us, when they got that
Yes,
intelligence. So yeah, they
they'll steal
cannot.
our jobs.
They still want our jobs. Yes.
Right. So there was one news that I like to add. RBI has made a contract with McKinsey and Accenture in order to automate their security system. So they are also so they want to develop such AI system. RBI wants to develop an AI system so that they could protect their secure, or they could embrace their security controls. So any news that you like to pitch in over here? Any recent trends from any companies you feel that you have read or something like that?
Recently, many companies are adopting. Like, recently I've heard that Tata in manufacturing sector, like steel and all, they are completely, doing the robot controlled, work and all. And they are just started in their Jamshedpur plant in, steel manufacturing. So that's what I heard. Like, simply one by one, they are shifting their manual work to the, to the all robotics. So these kinds of things are happening right now, and I was like, yeah, stunned. They are doing, because they have to let the workers go and just shift their work, and like L&T is also kind of doing. I didn't read what was that, but yeah, there are many
Yes,
companies that are doing,
a lot of
especially in
companies are.
manufacturing sector.
So, is there a particular sector you guys feel is
Yeah, I
adopting
guess
AI
manufacturing
mostly?
sector is fast, doing
But I
changes and
think retail sector also is doing amazing in this, and also the media industry, as we talked about. Like Aryan also mentioned that how influencers are getting
Yes.
based up with all this.
yes.
So we've
So
talked about how it is impacting and everything. So what about the climate impact? Like how it is going to be, like is it sustainable or is it not sustainable? Because there was this report that I mentioned earlier also, which said that AI has more carbon emissions as compared to car. Like it is multiple times more. So what are your take? What is your take on it?
Mm, I don't
Like
have
is it
regarding that
fruitful?
idea, but there was some news regarding the Chat GPT. For maintaining the Chat GPT for the whole world, they are requiring lots and lots of water to maintain their machines cool and all.
AI does
And
require.
yeah, these kinds of
Yeah.
things happening, really
It
happening. So
was 2000. Yes, yes, yes. In a time they are using, like for creating a car, the for 2000 cars, like the amount of water used for 2000 cars is used by Chat GPT like at once. So
mm,
we can assume like like how much of water consumption or
what is
how it is ruining the environment. So yes,
right?
correct.
So what do you think?
So what is the
Which sector's employment is getting the most affected by AI? Which sectors is getting the most
software
affected? Like the
engineers?
software
I
engineers, right? Yeah.
I guess software, and if you talk
software
about as
engineers.
India, there are lack of skills in like labor sector and
Right.
all. So I guess they kind of
They'll
going to
have
be replaced very soon. So they either they have to develop their
But I think
skills,
um,
or they will become jobless. Labor sector.
But at the laborer's job or the unskilled job, do you think it is going to get affected? Because I'm not able to even comprehend or think ke how
Right.
the lower level skills job are going to get affected. It's just the people who are skilled, only those jobs are going to, like for example I mentioned about software engineers, right? So or paralegals for that matter. So these are certain jobs which require human brain, and these are the only jobs that are going to get affected, and not the lower level skills job, right?
Hmm.
So
So I would like to add on what Kriti has said, that earlier what happened, that the blue collar jobs are the first ones to get affected by any new technology or anything new introduced in sectors, in different sectors. But in AI, what is the thing is, the most affected jobs are the creative ones. For example, as we see, there are number of softwares in editing pictures and creating pictures, and for example, content writing, writing songs, and taking the jobs of lyricist, and
Right.
etc. etc. There are number of jobs. So the creative jobs are the most affected ones with the introduction or induction of the AI. So anyone of you
Yeah.
like add in this?
Yes, also the posters and videos, introduction videos, these are small things that are also getting affected. Now we can generate posters and invitations with just AI with just in a minute. We just have to put the details, and here is the poster, and whatever you want, even edited videos, you can just add. Also, you can just add text, and you can add speech to that
Yes.
text to speech conversion. These are also killing majority of the jobs.
Guys, how can you forget about Bollywood, Hollywood? Marvel and all, their protest is going on in literal. Writers are protesting because they are using AI to generate scripts for their movies and all. So writers are protesting with
Yeah.
the actors and all. So movies promotions are not going on. Even movies, shootings are going to are getting affected because of these kinds of protests, and it will increase, not it will decrease, it will increase. So either government has
yes.
to intervene, limit the use of AI in the context
Right.
of these kinds of jobs, or either these kinds of things will happen again and again.
What do you think, for how much time this will survive? How long this can survive,
I think
replacing
it's
humans
not.
and the
It's
script
going to.
writing?
It's going to be there forever. Now, though it
Yeah,
has started, and there's no stopping of AI. Like
yeah,
nobody can stop AI. Like think of 10 years, and you don't know what is happening. So
yeah.
you and me, I heard somebody say, or there was this article where I heard that now movies will be able to create such a scene where you will be able to smell. If there's a fragrance that is there, so you'll be able to smell. In fact, that. And also if there's a pain, if there's a gunshot, you'll be able to even feel that kind of pain. So that can also happen. So a lot of disruptions, a lot of
Even
things
old
are
Brain
there
actors are
are,
getting
are
transforming.
there.
younger in the movies. Old actors are
Yes.
getting
Yes.
younger in the
Right.
movies.
And a single actor can dubbing in number of languages with the help of
Right.
artificial
Yeah,
intelligence as well. Also, what I was saying, that we need to think in this area also, that 2 years back or 3 years back, as we see that how COVID has disrupted lots of supply chain. So countries like China can create a robotics virus so that they can disrupt the whole race what they have wanted. So yes, these kinds of disruption will have been there if these things will happen. So need to think about putting caps on such things as well through the
Right.
government policies and all.
Yes. Yes.
I think government intervention with proper usage is very important. That needs to be
yeah.
taken care of. Otherwise, AI can do wonders. But again, having said that, a lot of disruption, a lot of destruction can be done by that. Can be done
Right.
by
It
the
depends.
robot movie that was there. I feel it's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to get true sometime.
Also, the
Totally agree.
question Aryan asked, that how long it is going to be there. So uh, just the things which become our needs over there, which earlier was the fancy, for example, electricity, which today's we can't even think about living without it. So AI can also become a habit of all of us in the upcoming few years. So it is going to be there forever with all of us.
Even if we talk about
Right.
defense sector, there was 1 years back there was an article regarding Israel. Israel is literally building their
Yes.
AI army. Like human intervention is not required. the plane will go, even rockets will go and whatever they have to do and then come back because of the help of AI. Human intervention is not needed. So these kinds of things are, it's getting scary and scary.
I
It
think in the
depends on what uses are, so
I think in the future, after 30 years, there will be no humans. The world will be run by AI only.
yeah, we are getting
Correct,
lazy.
absolutely. But I think it will take a lot of time, but yes, it's going to come soon, very soon.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
So I feel, we have had a great and healthy
Great.
discussion about AI.
Hmm.
So as we all, pointed out that AI is important, is need of the hour, but again, human touch is very important because AI can definitely take over the world. It can ruin a lot of things, can take up a lot of jobs. But I feel controlling and having proper policy in place is very important. And I don't think that's just the part of government, but also as humans and also as the citizens, we should, make sure that we don't let AI empower us like we have let phone empower us. So let's not do that. So that is what my thought is about AI. So anything else you would like to add
Lastly,
on?
I would like to add these kinds of things getting, getting in our life, like because if we talk about Instagram, they shows what we see. So with the help of AI, they are doing this. So they
Right,
are just
right, that's
are
true.
the part of our life, but we didn't see them, with our naked eyes. So yeah, this is my take. AI
Yes.
is good, but it depends who are using it.
Poor. Yes.
I
Yes. Yes.
also would like to end or conclude my side of discussion with saying this, that the constructive side, if we want to say, is to help human that how they can push their limits by using AI so that they can add up on their own self and towards the world as well. So yes.
Right. 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 That's all I want to say is that the AI should not replace humans. It should just assist humans to do the task.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I think thank you so much, guys. We have had wonderful, wonderful discussion over this. So thank you so much. Thank you so much to the audience as well. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.